the right God that's downloading all of this information to you. So grateful for this. So, David, let's shift gears a little bit. I know I want to talk about the Thunderstrike drone facility that I just attended the ribbon cutting for a couple weeks ago. And I would love for you to share, because I know it was so hard to go 4 hours without our phones to take any pictures or I want to take a picture of this. Oh, I need to record that. And we were like sitting on our hands because we had no phones. So I know people have not seen this or heard much about it. So what was the core strategic intent behind establishing the Thunderstrike facility in Denmark? And how does this drone technology align with LifeWave's mission of cellular health and longevity?
Yeah, this has been one of these projects where I think you would say you never know in life when God is working in your life and you have things happening, what sometimes seems as something very innocent can turn into something completely else, and incredibly great things can happen. In this particular case with Thunderstrike, my son Matt had been going off in the wrong direction in life. He was heading down a path that really wasn't leading anywhere. So I was in dialogue with his mom, and I had tried for a couple of years to get him to come and work with me. And we both thought, okay, we really have to try a different approach here. And I thought, well, when Matt and I have spent when I've spent his birthday with him, usually involves something flying. He jumps out of a plane, he takes a paraglider, something like that. So I called him and I said, hey, why don't you come to work with me and you and I will work on an aircraft together, something flying. And he was like, well, what do you want to do? And I said, I don't know, but come down, we'll figure it out. And he said, okay. So I got him out of the situation he was in. He came to work and we started thinking about this. So during the 90s, I had been developing power generation equipment for the Navy for emergencies. This was an emergency 75 kilowatt turbine that would go on a nuclear sub and generate power in an emergency. So I went back and I thought about that and said, okay, maybe what we do with this aircraft project is we start with power generation. Maybe we could invent and develop something new for aircraft that would be clean power, clean, abundant power. And that could be something very fun and practical. So as we got to work with it and started to work on the project, it became very evident that there was an enormous opportunity. And one of the other things that was coinciding with this is with LifeWave, we had been donating money for 20 years to the Red Cross, Convoy of Hope, other organizations. And it always took a long time for the money to get to the people that were in need. And that was always very frustrating. So I thought, if we had our own drones that could deliver the patches and medical supplies and provide intelligence to people that were victims of natural disasters, that would be an amazing thing. So maybe that's a business opportunity for these drones. And then, of course, I married an amazing woman who's Danish in Denmark, and I wanted to spend more time in Denmark, so I went to the Danish government, and they said, if you want to spend more time in Denmark, you've got 3 options. The first 2 was learn Danish, which is like impossible. And the third was to start a company. So I thought, great, I'll start a drone company. So little did I know at the time, and again, this is, where you have God intervening. What I found was that the largest drone testing center in Europe was in Denmark. And so I had a meeting with the airport. They welcomed me. The Danish government was amazing, and they helped to facilitate all of this. So it became very clear that we should be building this facility out in Denmark. And what's extraordinary is we've captured because of the technology, it's many, many times more efficient than a car engine. And you've seen this now, so we can talk about that in a minute. The exhaust is cleaner than the surrounding air, and yet it's running on petroleum. We've totally captured the imagination and interest of the Danish government. We had countless dignitaries from the Danish government at that event. So it was really extraordinary.
Yes.